Hey, I'm Pascal from Orangepixel, and not a lot planned for today's video. I did some cool stuff and we're going to talk about that. It's very early in the morning right now because, well, the sun is going to hit this office later today and it's going to be a sauna, and nobody likes to see such a video. I hope. So I try to do this before it gets just too hot in here. Also, I've just been playing the first build of Residual on the Xbox. I can't show you because it's the dev kit and I officially can't show the dev kit, so I'm not gonna show you. Besides, it will just look like the game running on a PC monitor, but it's running on Xbox. It's almost perfectly running on the Switch, Xbox, and we now have those PlayStation dev kits, so that's the next phase, and then we're ready for a release. But that's Residual. Today's video is gonna be about my new squad game. After the intro, got some cool stuff to show you. Alright, so last couple of weeks I've mostly been focusing on micro stuff, like creating an apartment, procedural generated apartment, and all the sofas and the furniture, everything in there. I've been working on that a little bit too long, already talked about that last week, just putting in too much time into that. So this week I just needed a break, I needed something else to do. So I decided to just leave all that micro stuff for a little bit and focus on the big stuff, the big picture, which is pretty much this. Now, don't worry, I'm still working on this squad tactical action game. I'm not creating a city builder. I just created a city layout. As you can see, it's very straightforward, very simple. It's all rectangular blocks and different type of buildings. Some credits to Dylan for some of the buildings. I created a bunch of other buildings, and we're still making this better and improve it over time. Like, there might be a different type of blocks and have this street removed so that this is one big wide block and things like that. We're still improving it. Now the idea is that this is going to be our mission select screen, so you can see all these little bubbles jumping everywhere, and this one is selected. It will show you what type of mission there is. Not a lot of information there just yet. Just a mock-up. I just want to make sure that we have these boxes and we can select missions, and we can move through them, and it's going to be different type of missions, different gangs, different difficulties, and missions will open up depending on your skill as a squad. And then once you have a mission, you select it and we enter in the stuff that we've been seeing so far. So first a street view, and then of course we can enter a building. These buildings will need to be improved in such a way that they will actually look like the type of building that you picked on the mission select screen. But that's all future stuff. We'll get there eventually. So the idea here is that we have this mission screen, and it's going to be a city. It's going to be randomly generated. This city is pretty much random, although it looks pretty straightforward, but we'll clean it up and make it prettier. Right now I just need something that looks good and works kind of like it should. The type of buildings will be deciding on what kind of enemies you're getting. So if there's like a very small house or apartment somewhere, it's probably going to be a very simple gang. But if it's in like a very high expensive tower, you're going to be running into more expensive gang members, and they might have better hardware. More futuristic type of hardware. So missions will open up depending on how well you are doing and how good you are. Right now the idea I have is that you're somewhere between a special forces law enforcement type thing and also sort of a gang. So that kind of means that you're still trying to do the good thing. You're trying to get rid of all these gangs in the city, but you can use all the violence you want, and you can grab their money and steal their stuff and use them to improve yourself and upgrade your squad members, and hopefully take on bigger gang members until the whole city is yours and every gang member is gone and you're the main top dog in that city. And then you'll move on to the next procedurally generated city. I guess that's pretty much the idea I have for what we're working on right now. And that's what I've been mostly working on this week. And it's very interesting because of these YouTube videos, these weekly videos. I kind of change my working methods every now and then. Because the last couple of weeks I've just been talking about procedural generation of buildings. It started to be a bit repetitive, or at least I think it started to be repetitive. So I really wanted to have something new to show you this week. So I decided to work on this mission select screen, this city map. And I probably wouldn't have started working on that just yet. I probably would have still been tinkering with the buildings and I have still been tinkering with the buildings in between this. But I needed and wanted to show you new and different stuff and show you that this game is still evolving and that there's more and more stuff being added. So I had to dive into the city map now just for these videos, and that really changes the way I work on games. I want to have, or I need to have something visual to show you guys every week. And that's also how I've been working on Residual. Make sure to wishlist that on Steam. I'm just trying to come up with interesting stuff to work on so that I have something interesting to record my video for at the end of the week to show you guys. And it's very interesting because I think it does push me to be more productive and creative. Just sometimes it's not possible and it's gonna be a slightly boring week with a lot of stuff happening on the back end, but not a lot of visual changes. This week, luckily, we have the city map, and next week I'll have to figure out something new to show you. I got a couple of ideas I want to work on, so we'll have to see if that happens next week. And it's also been a little bit of a crazy week with me having to wait for a mailman and postal services and packages. Last week I mentioned I was waiting for the PlayStation dev kits. That was on Friday. I was supposed to get a PlayStation 4 and a 5 dev kit. The PlayStation 4 dev kit arrived. The PlayStation 5 dev kit arrived in Germany about 10 hours the other direction. It finally arrived on Monday. Then I still had to receive a PlayStation 4 dev kit for myself because this was for Friedel, Serious Lion on the Discord, who is doing the porting work. But I need to test it, so a PlayStation 4 and 5 dev kit for me. And my set was sent out as one package, 2 boxes. As you can guess, I received the first box on Wednesday. The second dev kit was again lost and got delivered on Thursday, just yesterday. So all week I've been working downstairs instead of the office because I had to check if the mailman was arriving, and I don't hear the doorbell ringing up here. So a lot of packages coming, and again today there's another package coming for a poster, fan art. I can't talk about it just yet. It has to do with the big box version of Residual, the artwork. But it's a cool poster. It's hopefully getting delivered today. It should have arrived yesterday, but again, it got lost somewhere. It's not like our house is very hard to find or our city is very hard to find, but packages just, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, today should be the last day of packages arriving for a while. We have all the dev kits, and actually and I can't show you the dev kits, but let me just peek maybe just a little bit. No, I can't show you, but this cabinet is full of dev kits, and it's just, I wish I could show you, but maybe you can Google and then you'll see the picture and just imagine them being behind this door. Pretty cool. So I got a feeling this video isn't very long. Again, I was productive, just not a lot to talk about. Let's see if somebody on the Discord has something to add to the video. I'm just gonna ask them. Hang on. So let's wrap up today's video with some comment reading again. I haven't been doing this every week. It's mostly like now there's a pretty short video, so there's some time. Let's just dive into the comments. Let's scroll all the way down. Name suggestion, the Sweat SWAT, or just Sweat SWAT. I think that puts us in the direction of the sauna I mentioned at the start of the video, and not sure that's the kind of SWAT type of game I want to make. Sweat SWAT, I don't know. Idea para recuperar salud necesita drink soda quin. I have no idea what I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, I don't speak that language. The game bro need an unnamed the city. Again, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Sorry. Your coffee needs stronger. I don't drink coffee, so I don't think the strength of my coffee has anything to do with anything. pretty much. Bro, one best idea. The world hit wither the list. Base need activerados. Watch TV need 5 channel. Jugar los Dardos. Mini tank game today. Mini happy fly me. I think you want this game to be every type of game in one, or you want like mini games on the TV, and I think that's a little bit way too much effort I would have to put into something that's just not really interesting to the game. So if that's what you mean, like have stuff on the TV, different channels and play games on them, not gonna happen most likely. Technically it looks weird if a vertical shadow covers the top part of an NPC while the feet are lit. These were horizontal shadows. Yeah, I know it's all still in progress, and I might remove those type of shadows along the walls completely. But this is how you create games. You try stuff and you see if it looks okay and if it works and either needs fixing or needs to be removed completely. Great results, terrible code. Oh, don't be that guy. My code isn't terrible at all. I pray for the guy who translates that to other languages, and you have no idea how porting works, and it doesn't really matter how ugly my code is, because porting it is just going to be, it doesn't really matter. Besides, I think this code isn't ugly. It's very well structured, has good names in it. It's just probably not how you maybe do your code, but it works. And besides, this game will eventually be made and completed and released. Not sure how your game is going, but my code might not be clean, but my games do get completed. Sort of weird that Apogee doesn't loan you a PS dev kit to support residual IOA. Very simple here. Apogee just restarted. Residual is going to be the launch title. Besides that, Apogee is not a developer, so they don't have developer kits because they're publishing. And besides that, they would also have to order those dev kits. It would have taken just as much time, and they could only order them for their own address, so they would have been delivered in America. Then they would have to ask Sony if they could transfer them over to the Netherlands. I think that would all have taken just as much time as this. And besides, they helped me get these dev kits, so these don't come cheap at all. Switch dev kit is fairly cheap. Xbox dev kits are free. PlayStation dev kits are not, and they helped there a lot. So it just took a lot of time because of Brexit, and Sony had to arrange a bunch of company things, I guess, because of Brexit. It just took a lot of time. But we got them, so it's gonna be great. And for the next game, obviously, we'll also have them. You should include more cats in your game. Yeah, but I have a lot of cats walking around me in this house, so maybe that's why I never add cats. But maybe the squad game will get a cat somewhere. It would be pretty cool. Love the content. Can you increase the font size of your code next time you show it? Looking at it on my phone. Just rewatch the video on your PC or a laptop or something. Watch it 2, 3, 4 times maybe. That's just very good for the YouTube algorithm. Great video. I love seeing some code, since I always ask myself how games are made. Cool, because that's really the point of these videos, showing you how games are made, and I try not to get too technical, just a very global view of how code is structured, or at least for my games. Next time on Orangepixel, a ransom video from the weird guy taking photos of the house. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I haven't seen that guy around anymore, and if you missed last week's video, there was just a random guy taking pictures. He was coming into our neighborhood, stopping in front of our house, taking a picture of our house and leaving again. Now, he didn't look like a criminal. He was looking more like, I don't know, an accountant-like guy. But we haven't received any letters either, so I'm not sure what he was doing. Maybe I just thought this house was looking very nice. I don't know. Great explanation of the proc gen, and I like the command system. It's really coming along. I especially like the hand gesture icons. Hope that makes the fine. Yeah, I really, when I started working on this whole squad type game, and I mentioned this at the beginning, programs like Seals or SWAT on TV, they use all these hand signals and gestures, and I have no idea why or what they do. And I'm not a military guy. I have some idea what they do, but they are just always looking so cool. Freeze and move and things like that. I wanted it in the game, so we now have hand gestures in the game, and I'm pretty sure they'll make the final cut. Not sure in what kind of way, but the command system is still something I need to tinker on and work out. And please stay safe from the weird guy photographing your house. He didn't look very rough and a criminal. I think I can take him if he ever does anything, but who knows, maybe it's just a kingpin and his minions will be all over the house, which kind of worrying right now. Very interesting how you do the procedural stuff. I like those kind of tech talks. You're welcome, and I think I kept it on a level that everybody could follow and understand. Oh, the kitty at the end was the best. Great fit. The mechanics seem to be on the right track. Yeah, whenever I record videos downstairs, the cats are always there. There's always one that needs attention, and it's always that one. Nikki just loves attention. All right, and that's it for this week's comments. And that's it for this week's video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. I also think, and I hope, we push this video past the 10-minute mark, because that's a YouTube algorithm type thing. If not, I'm gonna show some bloopers maybe, or some gameplay after this, and then I'll see you next week again. Hopefully with a little bit longer video, or at least more content, so that I'm pretty sure that we will have a full video. But that depends on what I'm gonna do in the coming week. So thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye. Week's video, I have some, no, that's not what I was saying at all. It's been a weird week. Still, I think I was productive, just not a lot to show.